Hi, I'm Advait Chandan and you're watching Bollywood Hangama.
Well, I've known Advait for a long time now. We've done many interviews together as far as Aamir Khan is concerned, and he's always been very professional and very serious. And I'm seeing a very different side to him for the last half an hour. He can be very entertaining as well. That I'd never known. I know him that he was someone very serious and very clear on how things have to be done. And now he's having a movie coming up, Secret Superstar, and it's like a big Diwali release. Pleasure having you, first of all, Advait. And I genuinely didn't know this side of your personality.
Yeah, manager's house time pe thoda.
No, absolutely. And I think known you for many years now.
Many years now. Yeah.
Many years now. And
I think we met during Talash, which was my first project as his manager.
I think even before that.
Before that? Delhi Belly?
Yeah, maybe.
Delhi
yeah,
Belly.
But definitely before Talash.
Right.
Even post Talash, we did interviews at Taj Lands End. Okay, and as I was asking you off camera, my first question to you will be that Aamir Khan has built a credibility over many years. He has upset many of his friends because he has refused cameos in their movies because he was not convinced. He's known to say no to scripts if he doesn't like them.
Right.
And the fact is that you may be his manager, but the fact is that if he may have said yes to your script, then it must have been good. Otherwise, he doesn't do favors to anyone unless and until he's absolutely sure about as far as, because he keeps this division between personal life and professional life, and he's very clear about that. And that's the reason why he's doing well, so well as well. So what was it in your script, as per you, that convinced Aamir Khan that he went ahead with it?
Yeah, firstly, Faridun, you're absolutely right. Actually, there's no real way to convince him to do a film. Even right now, I feel like I get scared that I may never get to work with him again. Because the only way to get him to work with me is to write a good script, which I don't know if I can do, again. So this time, all I did was write a script that I really believed in. Secret Superstar is a script that it's a very personal film. It's a very personal story. It's something I really believe in. It's a story I really wanted to tell. And I think what I did was I just took about 1.5 years, 2 years, and just poured my heart and soul into the script and took it to him hoping for the best. I think what he liked in the film is that the hero of the film are the mother and the daughter. This 14-year-old girl in Baroda is the hero of the film. It's a very interesting hero. And the idea of the film के ड्रीम देखना बेसिक होता है, इतना सबको अलाउड होना चाहिए. ये बेटी की लाइन है फिल्म में, इंसिया की लाइन है. इंसू या उसका पेट नेम इंसू. तो ये लाइन आई थिंक इज बेसिकली द premise of the film, the idea of the film, and I think he liked that.
All right. And then he agreed to act in the movie as well.
He agreed to act in the movie as well. Yeah, when I first pitched the film to him, I was so nervous and I was so scared. क्योंकि Aamir Khan Productions कोई फिल्म को हाई नहीं बोलता. I've worked with him now about 4.5 years as a manager. And मैं सारे narrations में बैठता था. तो I've seen him listen to the narration of Dhoom, of PK, of Dangal. Incidentally, मैंने पहली narration बिठाई थी. And I've sat in on these 3-4 narrations where he's instantly said, I'm doing it. It's a great film, let's do it. But I've also seen him reject about 40-45 other narrations. So I know वो भी होता है, and most of the ones he rejects. So when I came to him, I was already so nervous that I didn't actually tell him I wanted to act in it the first time I narrated to him. First, he liked the script. Then he made me do some test shoots to see whether I can direct or not. Then he okayed me as a director. फिर जब मुझे लगा थोड़ी अब मेरी दाल गल रही है तो बोला सर आप वो शक्ति कुमार का पार्ट एक्चुअली मैंने आपके लिए लिखा था. तो एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप गया मैं.
राइट.
Because I couldn't go to him and be like, sir, मैंने स्क्रिप्ट लिखी है, आप प्रोड्यूस कर लो, मुझे डायरेक्टर बना लो और उसमें एक्ट भी कर लो, कैमियो है. I couldn't do everything in one breath.
No, absolutely. And as far as Shakti Kumar is concerned, I think it looks like a very entertaining character and something that maybe Aamir has done maybe after a while.
मेरा नया गाना सुना है?
कौन सा? वो धीरे धीरे से.
वो तो पुराना हो गया. नया वाला है, जोर जोर से.
Actually, he's never done a character like this.
He has never
there have been shades like this, but he hasn't gone all out with a character like this, you know. And I grew up watching him play these slightly tapori, mischievous characters, like Munna and Rangila,
Right.
Sidhu and Gulam, you know. Even Sanjay Lal in Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
Rancho in 3 Idiots to some extent.
Rancho also, but yeah, Rancho also. That's true. But the thing is let's say about Sanju or Sidhu or Munna, is that they're slightly teda characters, you know, and I really enjoy that color on him.
Right.
So actually, even today when I watch my own film, as an Aamir Khan fan, I really enjoy watching the film because I feel like he's done something so different from who he is.
Right.
You know, and that I got to get that performance out of him. Or that I got to write a role like this for someone I've always admired as an actor.
Absolutely.
So it's great fun. The Shakti Kumar character, I think, will be a treat for Aamir Khan fans.
Okay, now there's this perception that you based Shakti Kumar on Nadeem Saifi of Nadeem Shravan.
No, yeah.
And the reference to Dheere Dheere, which is like a very big hit of Nadeem Shravan.
No.
मेरा नया गाना सुना है?
कौन सा? वो धीरे धीरे से.
वो तो पुराना हो गया.
No, it's not based on Nadeem ji at all. The thing is that as a writer, honestly, I steal from so many people, yeah. You know, like I was telling you off camera, one day I might have a character who wears a cap like you do all the time.
Okay.
You know, the character may not be based on me, but I might steal the idea of this cap from you.
So you mean to say that the idea of the French beer and the entire stuff?
Not really,
taken
no,
from
not really.
Nadeem Saifi.
Watch the film and then we'll talk about कहाँ से चोरी किया मैंने.
Okay, so you're saying that it's not based on...
No, it's not based on
Nadeem Saifi.
No.
Okay, and the interesting sides to his character, because at one extent he's shown to be this ruthless guy and who's like a flirt as well, and even during the talent competition he can be rather ruthless as well. And at the same time he's shown to be having this line which is rather pertinent and rather I think elevating as well, that बच्चे जो हैं वो इस बुलबुले के तरीके से होते हैं.
Correct.
ऊपर the entire line which is wonderful as well.
तुम जैसे टैलेंट बच्चे होते हैं ना, सोडे में इस बबल्स की तरह होते हैं. वो ऐसे ही ऊपर आता अपने आप, उन्हें कोई नहीं रोक सकता.
So, what are these shades in his personality that are being shown?
Yeah, I don't want to open up the entire character for you because
Is
the
it like
character has an
negative? Is it
arc
like
in the
gray?
film.
Okay.
It is a layered character. Like all of us, we're not. You can't reduce a person to just के flirt करता है या just के you know, जो आदमी flirt करता है लड़की से, जो आदमी एक talent competition में किसी पे चिल्लाता है,
बेटा टैलेंट के नाम पे धब्बा है तू धब्बा, चल get out.
वो उसका एक softer side भी हो सकता है. You know, so it is a layered character, and which is why I feel you needed an actor like Aamir Khan to pull it off, because he's not just one thing.
Sure.
Like all of us, you know. So that's something I'd like the audience to watch the film and then kind of discover for themselves. But it is not a one-dimensional character.
It is not a one-dimensional character. Okay, now let's come to Zaira's portion. You said that you've signed her post she started shooting for Dangal.
Yes, Zaira, firstly, actually she's the hero of my film. And the character of Insia is a heroic character, right? And I needed a hero to play this.
Okay.
And I kept looking, but I was just not, I couldn't find someone who would be able to, because every scene is Zaira's scene in the film. I waited about 6-7 months, so कोई मिल नहीं रहा था. Finally, Aamir sir called me one day and he said कि I've just met a girl and she's terrific and we're, I think, casting her for Dangal. So to be मिल she might be good for you. So I went to the Aamir Khan Productions office and I met her for about 15-20 minutes and I just read a scene with her. I explained the scene to her. She read it with me. I got out of the room and I said, sir, अपनी इंसिया मिल गई. She's damn good. Let's start. You know, let's cast her. तो he said, हाँ तो पहले तो अभी हम दंगल में ले रहे हैं. फिर तू कर लेना. तो I landed up at his place. I said, sir आप दंगल में क्यों ले रहे हो? एक तो छोटा सा रोल है दंगल में. हाँ दंगल में आप हीरो. ऊपर से आपकी बेटी है ये. वो भी बेटी के बचपन का पार्ट है ये. सिर्फ फर्स्ट हाफ में आती है. मैं तो पूरी फिल्म दे रहा हूँ उसको. आई एम मेकिंग द हीरो ऑफ माय फिल्म. इट्स अ फुल फ्लेज्ड फिल्म और आपकी दंगल तो बन जाएगी बिना ज़ायरा के. मेरी फिल्म नहीं बनेगी बिना ज़ायरा के. तो आप ऐसा करो, आप दंगल में मत लो उसको. And give her to me. He said, are you mad? Nitesh's team found her and Nitesh also likes her. So I can't pull her out of Dangal. वो तो मैंने, I just told you to go meet her. That doesn't mean that you get to cast her. So I tried very hard. I tried emotional blackmail, I tried crying with him, then I went to Kiran. I said, Kiran, why are you all taking that girl? She's excellent for me, वो बड़ी हो जाएगी. फिर मतलब आप बताएं क्या कर रहे हो? You know, she's innocent right now, she's a perfect age for me. मैं क्यों wait करूँ? मेरी film ready है, because we were ready. We had all our costumes ready, we had all our locations ready, we had a crew ready.
Right.
We just didn't have this girl. So I said, let me make this film. So then I went to Nitesh sir. I said, Nitesh sir, ये लड़की आप क्यों ले रहे हो? मुझे ज़ारा दे दो. आपको मैं दूसरी लड़की देता हूँ. So I started like giving him girls from my auditions. I kept telling him from his auditions कि तो ये वाली better है. Then I went to Zaira because Nitesh sir भी नहीं माने. I told Zaira, ऐसा तू क्यों कर रही है? तेरे को छोटा रोल दे रहे दंगल में. मैं तो बड़ा रोल दे रहा हूँ. तेरे को मैं हीरो बना रहा हूँ.
Right.
So Zaira was like, yeah, see, I really like your script and I'm very excited. And Zaira अभी भी कश्मीर से आई है. उसको 2 फिल्म दे दी हैं. You know? So she said, listen, I really like your script. And हमने कुछ टेस्ट शूट्स वगैरह भी किए.
Sure.
So she said, I really like your film, I want to do it, but I want to do Dangal also. I said, but Dangal मत करना, तू क्या कर रही है ना? Nobody agreed with me. So finally I had to sit at home for 6-7 months कि Dangal वो लोग ने shoot करी because Dangal had a big prep also because she had to learn how to wrestle and all that.
Correct.
So I waited for 6-7 months.
But I think it works to your advantage now.
Of course it works to my advantage. I was being really selfish. I was being really childish. I'm very happy she did Dangal.
She's a national award winning actress.
No, apart from national award also, of course she's won the national award and she did an amazing job in Dangal. And she was perfect for Dangal.
Right.
You know, I was just so dying to make my film that I didn't care about Dangal. I didn't care about Zaira doing Dangal. I just wanted her for myself.
And you guys ended up, I think, just launching your first teaser before
with Dangal.
With Dangal.
Yeah, which is a great platform because everybody came to watch Dangal.
Right.
And I really feel like actually anybody who watched Dangal should watch my film. Because, you know, anybody who enjoyed watching Amir sir and Zaira together, they'll get to watch a very different chemistry between them. The character dynamic between Mahavir Singh Fogart and Geeta Fogart was very different in Dangal. And here between Shakti Kumar and Insia is totally different. You know, and they're both such amazing characters. Like I remember we were shooting one scene and in the scene Zaira did something else which wasn't written.
Right.
And Amir sir did something totally different which was not written. And it was amazing, it's made it to the film, but that scene was totally improvised on camera, not even in a rehearsal.
Okay.
So I just didn't call cut, I was like, you look, what they did was they took my characters and then they just came alive. You know, and they were talking like my characters, they were doing things that my characters would do.
Right.
And it was fascinating. So I feel like anybody who watched Dangal would really enjoy my film.
Okay, now, one more thing has been there that, how do you look at this aspect that whatever has happened in her personal life post Dangal and the way she battled with that and it came to the fore and now when you see Secret Superstar, so there is that element of, you know, that taboo which is associated with maybe and she's wearing that burqa and in a way that element of conservative Muslim character that in a way that is portrayed that you're not supposed to be just singing or all these things are not meant for girls, which can be like conservative Muslim, it can be conservative Indian.
Absolutely. See, actually
culture
the
in general as well.
Religion in my film is totally incidental. And the film isn't about that actually. I remember when I told my parents that I want to be a filmmaker, they were a bit taken aback. And they were very supportive, but it was not a very easy decision for them, I think, in the beginning. Because obviously parents would feel... So while I am very lucky and blessed that I had parents who kind of allowed me to dream and supported me, even though it was a risky dream, or, you know, even though they weren't sure how to support me, but they did. A lot of kids, young kids, aren't as fortunate as I was. So this is a story about all those kids. It's got nothing to do with religion.
Okay.
But it's a basic idea कि dream देखना basic होता है. ये actually Faridun applies to you also. You know, you also may have dreams that somebody will tell you today that नहीं यार ये तो तू बहुत बड़ा dream सोच रहा है. ये मत सोच. You know, यार. So in various ways there'll be forces telling you कि इतना बड़ा dream मत सोच. You know.
No, absolutely. But do you feel the way things were highlighted as far as she's concerned, maybe in Kashmir, do you think in a way it contributes in just creating certain amount of curiosity? Because, you know, she became like a real life heroine in a way as well, that the way she just battled it out and she was forthcoming, she actually had her point of view and she expressed herself clearly as well. And she got like a vociferous support as well from all quarters in many ways.
Actually, to be honest,
apart from resistance that
no, I feel like, you know, really, and this is what I felt before also, is that she's actually 15 or 16 right now. And she's just done a film. She's just somebody she's finishing her education. She's just figuring out what she wants to do in life, and you know, this film happened to her. She's a phenomenal actor, very gifted. And then
She's a very good actor.
And this other film has happened to her. She's so hardworking. I feel like we shouldn't really distract from all that. Let's just focus on how actually this girl who's, you know, she comes and she kind of like really goes all into the character. You know, how she wrestled, how she played the guitar, how she went to Amit's studio for every song recording. Amit Trivedi's. She went and watched how the singer would sing it. You know, she matched her breath to her breath in order to get the sync for the breath right. She really plays the guitar. You know, when we were shooting and she was singing Main Kaun Hoon or Ammi. So when we were sitting over there, we didn't need music because she was playing the music and it was sounding exactly like the song.
Okay.
You know, so I feel यार वो इतनी मेहनती लड़की है, हम लोग कहाँ distract हो रहे हैं सब दूसरी चीजों में. You know, she's a 16-year-old girl who's working so hard. She's an inspiration to me.
No, absolutely. Okay, and now as we were discussing that, I think the lyrics are wonderful, and you were telling me that they have been written from
Kausar.
Kausar Munir has written it, and they have been written from the point of view of like a 14-year-old, and very simple lyrics and very simple, I think, juxtaposition and rhyming schemes and all those things, but they have a lot of meaning to it, and I think आप हर जो भी मतलब जो लाइनें हैं आप उनको गौर से अपने आप सिर्फ पढ़ना चाहेंगे अपार्ट फ्रॉम सुनने के अलावा.
मैं चांद हूँ या दाग हूँ, मैं राख हूँ या आग हूँ.
How important were the lyrics for this this movie, and how important do you think that they are for the narrative of the film?
You know, the thing is in this movie, music is a character. It's not just there as a break between scenes. You know, it's a character of the film. This girl writes her own music, she writes her own lyrics, she composes her own songs and she sings them and she uploads them on YouTube. So she actually, the interesting thing I would say, or the challenge for Kausar, Amit, me, was to kind of create a personality for this artist of INSEA.
Right.
You know, so the songs had to be, we had to believe that they were good songs, but they were songs that this 14-year-old girl would write. You know, so how would a 14-year-old girl describe her mother? You know, थोड़ी सी cute हैं, थोड़ी सी करारी भी, you know, थोड़ी सी cool हैं, थोड़ी सी पुरानी भी. This is the vocabulary of a 14-year-old. You know, at the same time, it had to be sweet and endearing and kind of like, you know, nice poetry to listen to. So that I really feel like Kausar and Amit have really hit the ball out of the park. And I'm really lucky that I had such a like team that was so involved. Amit ने सारे auditions देखे, अम्मी के auditions देखे, चिंतन जो है उसके ऑडिशन देखे, फिर बोला ऑडिशन देख के मुझे ये ट्यून आ रही है, यू नो, एंड तब वो गाना बना आई मिस यू, हूं तने प्रेम करू छु,
हूं तने प्रेम करू छु, हूं तने प्रेम करू छु.
Very nice song.
You know, so these are songs which cannot be taken out of this film and put into another film. You know, a lot of films have a song के चलो ये पार्टी वाला गाना उस फिल्म में भी हो सकता है, या ये वाला सैड सॉन्ग उस फिल्म में भी हो सकता है.
लोग करते ही हैं.
हाँ, मतलब
बैंक से उठा के डालते हैं.
वो वाली फीलिंग इस फिल्म में we couldn't have had. You know, because it's a very like personal film. It's a very personal music that this character would give. So all these songs are kind of made specifically for this character, for this actor, for this moment.
You told me that that line, that bulbule wali line, there, that was actually
that's Aamir sir's line.
Aamir had said in some context quite a few years back, and you have this habit of writing down lines.
तुम जैसे टैलेंट बच्चे होते हैं ना, सोडे में इस बबल्स की तरह होते हैं. वो ऐसे ही ऊपर आता अपने आप, उन्हें कोई नहीं रोक सकता.
So would you like to talk about that?
Actually, the thing with working with Aamir sir na, is that because he's a Jeeta Jagta film school. You know, so what I used to do when I was working with him was anything he said I would make a note of.
Right.
You know, it was like taking notes in a classroom, literally.
Yeah.
So we were one day shooting and this couple came with their child and told Aamir sir कि ये हमारी सुनता नहीं है, आप बता दो ना उसको कुछ, आप बहुत शरारत करता है, पढ़ाई नहीं करता ये वो. तो Aamir sir didn't say anything to the child. He told the parents, he said, see, kids are like bubbles in a soda. वो एक के बाद एक ऊपर आ जाते हैं. You don't have to pressure them. You don't have to push them. You know, he'll come up on his own. Give him his time. You know. And I remember it was such a sweet thing to say to the parents. And I remember writing it down. I was like, ये तो फिल्म में ज़रूर काम आएगा. You know. And then when I read out this line to Aamir sir, he had forgotten that he said this line. So he said, यार ये अच्छी line है. I said, sir, आपकी line है. मैं तो आपसे चुराई है. So yeah, that was his line.
one question I think which is important is that considering that you've been his manager, you've seen a lot happening around him. He's a public figure, and a lot of people they take keen interest in him. Lot of people they support his ideas and thoughts. Be it what he did with Satyamev Jayate, he got a huge support. At the same time, there was a backlash that he received from certain quarters, be it the Khap Panchayat or the doctors, and even apart from that, the entire idea was amazing in its own way, and people still remember that, and I think they will remember for some time as well. Even recently, the way it happened after the Indian Express interview and the sort of things happened after that as well. How do you look at this aspect of Aamir Khan, that he's extremely socially aware guy? He enjoys his movies, but he's equally committed about his social work.
Right.
But it does not always get the same resonance that, and which I think will always happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it happens to you also. Yeah. You know, when you put up a cover of a song, I'm sure there are a lot of people who like really enjoy it, that you gave it another take, or you know that you did it in your own way. But then there are also people who must be saying, "Kya kar liya, gana kharab kar." You know what I'm saying? So there's always that. There'll always be feedback. I'm saying that kind of feedback will happen to everything, any creative work or any. There'll always be opposing views, and then that's kind of part of the deal. And especially with social media, it's like it's given everyone a voice. It's brought a democracy to this whole like scene, and. See, with Satyamev Jayate, I feel what he did was so amazing and life-changing for so many people. That everything else that happened, and in terms of like any negativity that may have come his way, I feel like it's irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant in light of what Satyamev Jayate did and what it spoke about and the kind of issues that it brought to the mainstream. I feel any kind of negativity was totally irrelevant and didn't make a difference at all.
As a manager, considering that you've been observing things from very close quarters, how does Aamir deal with this?
You know, he's not somebody, like I was saying with Satyamev Jayate, he was so into it, and the thing is that his reasons for doing it were so honest that a lot of the other things didn't really matter. You know, he did it because he wanted to do this show and talk about these issues and kind of try and affect how people look at these issues. You know, whether it's female feticide or whether it's domestic violence or whether it's you know, what he's doing with water. And I feel like with that, he was really successful.
Absolutely.
You know, and I feel like that's really what he wanted. So anything else that came didn't matter.
Okay. Now, Advait, we'll end the interview with a few fun segments. So we have a couple of them. Considering that you've known Aamir Khan for quite some years now, so let's find out that how well do you know Aamir Khan. Okay. So we have this short quiz, and we'll give you options as well. Okay. And let's find out that how well does Advait knows Aamir Khan. Okay. All right. So what is Aamir Khan's full name? I can give you options as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Mohammad Amir Hussain Khan, Mohammad Amir Abbas Khan, Mohammad Amir
Hussain Khan.
Mohammad Amir Hussain Khan. Okay, with which show did Aamir Khan debut on television? That's easy actually.
Satyamev Jayate.
Okay. What was the name of Aamir's character in Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak?
Raj.
Raj, correct. 3 out of 3 so far. Who was Aamir's lady love in Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar?
Was Aisha Julka.
4 out of 4. Aamir's character in Tare Zameen Par battled with which of these disorders? Autism, progeria, dyslexia, none of the above.
Dyslexia.
5 out of 5. What is Aamir Khan's birthday?
It's 14th March.
Alright, 6 out of 6. What was his production company's first release?
Lagan.
7 out of 7. What is Aamir Khan's Twitter handle?
At Aamir Khan. Oh, is it at Aamir _Khan?
Yes.
Correct. At Aamir _Khan. मैंने ही बनाया था.
Okay, Aamir Khan's famous 1995 hit film Rangila was directed by
Ram Gopal Verma.
In which of the following films did Aamir Khan make a cameo? fan, लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई, luck by chance, जिंदगी न मिलेगी दोबारा.
Luck by chance.
Okay, what is Amir Khan's real name in 3 Idiots?
Funsuk Wangal.
Okay, what is the name of Amir's unreleased film which was being directed by critically acclaimed director Shekhar Kapoor?
Time Machine.
So he knows all the questions.
I'll ask you some questions you might not know the answers to.
No, I'm
on
sure.
another interview.
I'm sure that you definitely know much more. There is absolutely no doubt about that. So now we'll have rapid fire with Advait. All right. Your favorite Amir Khan film?
Daulat Ki Jang.
Daulat
Ki Jang, yeah. I have watched that film so many times. Actually, it's a tie
Juhi
between
Chawla.
Yeah, Daulat Ki Jang and Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
Daulat Ki Jang. That's
I love Daulat Ki Jang.
Okay. All right. An advice to young filmmakers. Steel.
Yeah, I don't
people?
know if I can give advice to anybody, but I feel like just make films about make honest films. You know, I feel like don't try and be somebody else. Just make a film that represents who you are, because nobody else can do that.
Okay. All right. A change that you observed in Zaira from Dangal to Secret Superstar.
Change that I observed in Zaira from Dangal to Secret Superstar. You know, I have to say, the one thing that hasn't changed, I tell you that,
Okay.
is that actually Zaira cannot act.
Okay.
Zaira does not know how to act. So when she goes on in front of the camera and cries, she's not acting like she's crying, she's actually crying. You know, like there was a scene where we were shooting, which is part of it is in the trailer also, where she's throwing a fit, she's really upset and she's frustrated and she breaks this bucket on the terrace. We didn't know what she was going to do. She just went there and threw a fit and we were just like following her on an empty terrace. We didn't plan that scene. We didn't know कि अच्छा यहाँ पे हम close up लेंगे, यहाँ पे wide shot लेंगे, वो यहाँ से आएगी. हमें कोई idea नहीं था. The brief was that she's really frustrated and she's like, you know, cornered, and now she's throwing a fit. She's come to the terrace and she's throwing a fit, and that's what she did. Okay. So that's the amazing thing, is that she's just alive. You know, I'm glad that hasn't changed from Dangal to Secret Superstar, and I hope that doesn't change, because that's an amazing quality.
Okay. Strangest thing you have seen an actor do to prepare for his or her role?
The strangest thing I have seen an actor do. Yeah, I have actually seen Amir sir put on weight, lose weight, put on weight so often. And you know, you won't believe that sometimes, like, he used to come home and sleep at 6 o'clock in the evening so that he can wake up at 3 a.m. and then work out from 4 to 5 so that he can make it to set by 7 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that and I was like, yaar, I used to feel like actors have an easy life. Because star hai, to matlab, you know, it's the toughest life ever, yeah. It's too difficult.
No, absolutely. Okay, your favorite movie when you were a kid?
I think it was Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. I had a VHS of Jo Jeeta.
Okay, who's your favorite director?
Rajkumar Hirani.
What inspired the idea of Secret Superstar?
Satyamev Jayate.
Oh, that's
Actually, the thing is, I was writing something very urban and very different before Satyamev Jayate. And then on Satyamev Jayate, there was this one day when this lady Shanno, who later became a driver, spoke about her daughter and how her daughter supported her. So that emotion was very strong. This daughter supporting a mother, and this mother-daughter in a small town or in a small city of India.
Right.
And how the internet changes their life. This was the original idea I had. Why? Because what was happening on Satyamev Jayate was that we would shoot every day for it. And I was his manager, so I would sit in the monitor room. So I was part of the entire show, from research to execution to edit. And I wasn't working on the show directly. I was just with him as his manager. So I got to just sit and be a fly on the wall and learn from the show. So that show had a really big influence on my writing.
No, must have actually. Okay, last series of film that you binged watched?
Yeah, I haven't watched films properly because I've been making this film. So I haven't watched only a lot of films. I think the last film I must have properly watched was Dangal only. I watched it some like 3-4 times. I watched it in the theatre.
Okay.
But after that, I haven't watched like films.
Okay. What's your favorite genre of films?
I like mainstream Bollywood films. Yeah. I like all of Raju sir's films.
Okay.
I like a lot of Amir Khan films, and that's the kind of film I've also tried to make. You know, a film that's got music, it's got endearing characters, it's got a great happy ending. You know.
Okay. Okay. An actor you wish you can direct in your future venture?
Amir Khan. I want to do a film with him where he's the lead. When I'm like, you know, like, I want to make another Amir Khan film.
Okay. Describe your upcoming film Secret Superstar in just 3 words.
3 words. Okay, so I would say, it's a happy film. It's an emotional film, and I would say it's a funny film.
Okay. All right. Now, that was the end of the rapid fire. A few more questions that before we end. You know, it is always said that Amir is a perfectionist and
he likes to ghost direct, like supposedly,
which he is always denied as well. Now, you are like a manager. It's very easy to just.
No, I'll tell you the truth is.
So what is?
I also used to think of this. Okay, because मैंने भी पढ़ा था. I'm also not from the industry. I don't know him at all. So before I started working with him.
जी.
Now I'll tell you one thing is that when he gave me this film to make, and we did some test shoots, I showed him how I'm kind of looking at a certain scene. You know, we spoke about it at length. He was part of obviously the prep.
Right.
In fact, I even on a smaller camera with a small budget, like shot about 10-15 minutes of the film and showed it to him. Okay, this is the way I'm going with the film. This is how I want to play this scene. You know? इस character का ये सुर है. After that, up until my first edit, he had not watched a single scene of the film. He never came in. I presented the first cut to him exactly like how I would like it. So I feel like if he wanted to ghost direct the film, he would have watched every scene. He would have come for all his scenes.
Right.
He didn't come to set even once unless he was acting in the scene. And when he was acting in the scene, he would come to set only when he was required to. If he was shooting a shot in which he was not there, he was not there.
Right.
If I didn't need him for cues. So I feel like if he wanted to ghost direct this film, he could have easily ghost directed it. But he didn't even come to set. He didn't even come to see the edit. It's only when I said, sir, I am done with the edit. Ab aake aap dekh lijiye. He came and he watched the cut. And of course he gave me feedback on the cut. And of course he helped me with the cut. Because I mean, why would I not take his feedback?
Because it is said that if you won't take Amir Khan's suggestions, then you're making a mistake because he has that sense.
Yeah, see, I don't think
how things.
No, I feel that see, when he came and watched the film and watched the edit, he had suggestions. I had suggestions of how we can fix it. We had ideas. What happens is when you're working on a product together, you keep kind of like bouncing off each other, you know. And this happens with everybody. You know, like when this happened with my editor. This happened with Kiran, where she would come and be like, you know, I think this scene is too slow. You can change it. This happened with, let's say, my DOP Anil sir, who would come and be like, you know, I think we can do this as well. So I feel that is the creative process. It is a collaborative process, you know. But because I feel like it's Amir Khan, we end up projecting that on him कि ये feedback देता है या ये suggestion देता है. But वही तो काम है as a producer. Of course वो suggestion देंगे मुझे. You know, he's producing this film. He's putting time and energy in this film. So he will obviously contribute to this film, and that's actually what I'm feeling really blessed about. That I had kind of him, you know, to work with.
Absolutely. And did you have test screenings? Because that's something
we've had a lot of test screenings.
That's something that he does.
Yeah, and that's really such a helpful process because what happens is very often you think you're saying something, but the takeaway isn't as sharp as you'd like it to be, you know. And then when you get feedback from an audience, you know, you can kind of tweak it to kind of enhance what you're trying to say. So that's a very helpful, useful process for anybody.
Okay, so you guys have
we've done test screenings as well,
and you made changes after that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, you're coming with Golmaal again, and so far it's releasing on 20th October. You guys are coming on 19th October. It is perceived that yours is more of like a meaningful cinema. Golmaal again is like an out-and-out commercial entertainer. How do you look at it? And you apparently still don't know the number of screens that you guys are coming at.
Right. See, number of screens and all. Actually, I don't know these things.
But
from what I know,
it's an Amir Khan
honest,
film, it should be like a sizable release.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing. But see, firstly, I actually want to say that it's a great thing for the audience. Like for my family, they're very happy. They'll get to watch Golmaal and they'll get to watch Secret Superstar. So actually, I think this Diwali is really nice for the audience. I don't think our audiences are different. We have the same audience. This is also an out-and-out commercial film. Anybody who buys a theatre ticket is my audience, is I guess an audience for Golmaal. So in that sense, we both share the same audience. And I think, I hope both are good films and the audience gets to watch two good films this Diwali. But anybody who watched, I think Dangal, I'd like for them to come and watch my film and kind of enjoy it.
And you feel like the movie has a repeat audience?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I really hope so.
Advait, Chandan, it was lovely talking to you and looking forward to Secret Superstar.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to your cover of the songs.
Okay. And what are you doing next after this?
Sleeping. I don't know. Right now, actually, I'm kind of breathing Secret Superstar. And for the last 3-4 years, I've not thought of anything else. In fact, even when I'm watching another film, I'm constantly thinking of my film.
Right.
You know, so right now I'm kind of drowning in Secret Superstar. So what I'm doing next is I think I'll take a nap.
Thank you, man. Thanks a lot.
Nice chatting with you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.